This chilly January evening in West Hartford, Connecticut. So we get ready for Hall Titans and Farmington Riverhawks swimming. This will be the first heat of one here in event number one, the boys 200-yard medley relay. In lane one, Farmington High School sending out Jake Pino with Kynan's son, Jaden Jacobs, Daniel Hermano. Hall in lane two sending out Marcus Bitton, Ryan Gady, Ryder Morton, and Colin O'Neill. Lane three, Farmington High School sending out Aiden Ketza, Roque Di Cristofaro, Ben Leopold, and Evan Lowe. In lane four, the Titans send out Zach Fay, Max Volanek, Yaron Kantorovic, and Quinn O'Neill. Lane five, the Riverhawks sending out Shreesh Rajesh, Adam Pesko, Matthew Machidi, and Dylan Shea. In lane six, Titans got Danny Shmuel, Audon Devaney, Josiah Rollins, and Caleb Nguyen. And the last two lanes, both Farmington. They're sending out in lane seven, Adam Milkurzarek, Aronov Sony, Videsh Gulapa, and Andrew Najaks. And in lane eight, the Riverhawks also send out Alex Milkurzarek, Timur Tarasov, Prakar Vatsa, and Andrew Hasanyak. That is who both teams are sending out in the pool for the 200-yard medley relay. Tons of great events here today. Some events will have a couple of heats. This one only has one. And we already have our first finisher in lane seven. It's Farmington High School with a time of 1:26.68. So first place claimed by Farmington in this first event. All the swimmers keeping it close right now. And you see at the top of your screen is lane one, bottom of your screen, lane eight. These swimmers, they are keeping the distance close. Don't want to create too much separation early on, as this is when everybody's got all their stamina. Nobody's too tired yet. These are when the races are poised to be the closest. So we await our last two finishers, lane six and lane eight. The last two finishers, it'll be lane six and then lane eight. Yeah, but it is lane seven coming in first with a time of 1:26.68. And in second, it was the sixth lane with a time of 1:26.94. As they set up for the next event, the boys 200-yard freestyle. This will be only a one heat event. They'll be utilizing lanes 2 through 7. Hall sending out 3 swimmers, Farmington sending out 3 as well. So they get ready. Arseny Kravitz in lane 2 for the Titans. Rocco Guglielmo for Farmington in lane 2, or lane 3. Jack Ackerman in lane 4 for Hall. Lane 5, Ivan Turin for Farmington. Evan Riddle in lane 6 for Hall. And Alex Michikowski for Farmington in lane 7. Again, lane 7, bottom of your screen for this race. Top of your screen will be lane 2. For translation, lane 7 is Farmington, and lane 2 will be Hall. And right now, it appears Jack Ackerman out of Hall has the lead. He's got just a little bit of distance on the other 2 swimmers, and it looks like maybe lane 5 and lane 3 in that order right behind him. Well, the key here early on is to be patient with what you swim with. I mean, you don't want to rush it too much, deplete all your stamina. This is an event and really a sport in which you have to balance both patience and speed. don't want to use all your stamina up early, and then you have none left by the time the end of the race comes on. The shorter races, it may not be the case, and on the longer races especially, that is the case. It's a balance. Well, now all swimmers are just around even with each other right now. Ackerman's still holding a narrow lead. He'll finish first. That'll be Jack Ackerman. He'll take it here in event number 2 for the Titans. They pick up their first event win. It appears we have scoreboard malfunctions here at Cornerstone, so I can't tell you exactly his time, but I'll tell you he was just a good distance ahead of second and third. So it is Jack Ackerman, though, out of Hall High School. In lane 4, taking the victory. We await our last 2 lanes to finish. It'll be lanes 2 and lane 6. And again, at the moment, there is time clock issues. I assume they would have a manual somewhere, but for now, the digital clock and view for everyone is currently down, and it looks like they've just taken the numbers down. They're going to look to fix it now. But as soon as those come up, I promise to get you the numbers each race. Until then, I'm by your side with the winners. Let you know who's in each lane as well. So we get ready for our next event. This is the 200-yard IM. It'll be 1 heat as well in this event. It'll be lanes 1 through 7, but lane 2 will be out of commission for this race. It'll be 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So Jaden Jacobs from Farmington in lane 1, Roque Di Cristofaro in lane 3, Yaron Kantorovic in lane 4 for Hall, and lane 5 for Farmington, David Mashkov, lane 6, Marcus Bitton, and that is in lane 6, and Shresht Rajesh, in lane 7 for Farmington. Right now, Hall's got the lead. That is Yaron Kantorovic right now. Looks like he's got pretty good separation between the swimmers behind him. It's second, third, and fourth place about even, but Yaron Kantorovic, he's got the lead. That'll be David Mashkov and Marcus Bitton right behind him, as well as Roque Di Cristofaro, but it's Kantorovic who gets the victory as he's poised to. He's in the lead. He's poised for that victory. Now he's got immense separation between him and the other swimmers now, and you hear the swimmers in the background cheering him on, his teammates. They want him. It's anyone's battle behind Kantorovic. Very even on that front. Almost all swimmers, apart from Jaden Jacobs in lane 1 from Farmington High School, are just about on par. So it's anyone's race for second and third, but right now, Kantorovic, he's in first. He's got a good lead here working with. Oh, and what's this? It looks like swimmers are pulling away behind him as Kantorovic gets the victory. Who's coming in second? Be Mashkov. the second place. And Torvik gets the dub. Again, the clock's still down. Can't get you times, but I can tell you 1-2. It was Hall and then Farmington. And Torvik and then Mashkov. As we await our final swimmer, Jaden Jacobs, in lane 1. Right now, Hall, a narrow lead 2-1 on the event wins. This is good for points later on. You'll find out. There's Jaden Jacobs finishing. But it's your own kid Torvik with the victory here in event number 3. Now we move on to our first 2-heat event. There'll be 2 heats. We're in heat 1 of 2. It'll be lanes 1 through 9 occupied on this one. This is the boys' 50-yard freestyle. This is a quick one. Evan Lowe in lane 1 for Farmington. Ryan Gady in lane 2 for Hall. Dylan Shea in lane 3 for Farmington. Quinn O'Neill in lane 4 for Hall. Matthew Michidi in lane 5 for Farmington. And Josiah Rollins in lane 6 for Hall. Samuel Burns in lane 7 for Farmington. Noah Neff in lane 8 for Hall. And in lane 9, Adam Harzek for Farmington. And it looks like the scoreboard's back up. I could tell you it was Matthew Michidi taking the W narrowly, though. 23:44 his time. Second place. We'll go to the lane 3 swimmer, Dylan Shea, out of Farmington. 23:89 his time. And third place in lane 4, time of 23:89 as well. That's going to be Quinn O'Neill out of Hall. Those are your top 3. We get ready for heat number 2. This will be in lane 1 for Farmington, Alec Milczarek. And then Adohan Devaney in lane 2 for Hall. Jake Pino in lane 3 for Farmington. Caleb Nguyen in lane 4 for Hall. Eric Gregorian in lane 5 for Farmington. Noah Cruz, lane 6 for Hall. Badan Adsul in lane 7 for Farmington. Jackson Luxburg in lane 8 for Hall. And Gabriel Animadu in lane 8 for Farmington. But it is lane 5 taking the victory. That'll be Eric Gregorian from Farmington. So they get the clean sweep in event 4. Lane 2, Adowan Devaney with a time of 30:83. Comes second, and he's out of Hall. And in third, lane 3, a time of 31:21. Jake Pino. But just like that, we're moving along. After the 4th event, we'll move on to the 5th. This is the boys' 1-meter diving. We'll have 4 divers here, 2 from Hall, 2 from Farmington. As they get that set up, it'll be Ryan Gady and Colin O'Neill out of Hall, and the Riverhawks of Farmington. They're sending out Ben Leopold and Isaac Sardinas. So as the officials make their way over and the divers get prepared, we'll take a break. We'll come back. You're watching WHCI.
I was there before the JV game. So. He's like, well, I don't have all my guys here. It's like, JV game's going. The guys are going to be here before the end of the game. Take 6 clips. 2 teams, 2 teams, 2 group captains, done. And he's like, no. Okay. So, anyway. And now I got to go to wrestling down here, and I know I'm not going to get a wrestling team.
Well, our head coach is out of town.
Well, that
Might be why not.
that won't happen. That won't happen.
My ADs there today. I can tell it. Try. They might be more.
So you communicate with Jill then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's funny how you don't recognize.
If you're ever, well, not
I know you're not. It's like it's funny. It's funny when you see somebody, you know.
if you ever let me know, like I can kind of go for them. Really?
Probably.
I'm really glad this is good.
Email me and say, no, don't go to hall today. Go here. And if I don't show up, then you're expecting to see photos. You know.
I think right here. I know that then no, it's all in March. Really? Everyone rotates. Yeah, CCC's is February, but he's not late February. That's what I thought. So we see it.
Wait, are they next Wednesday? Do you have a meeting? Is it away?
Oh, I forgot. Oh, we're not doing
This will be voting for me.
And I've got to right there.
I'm surprised that they didn't like have to end up combining.
I think they will have to.
No big deal.
Yeah.
All right. Break with the divers. How many divers does Hall have?
2?
2?
Yeah, 2.
Is that them in the briefs?
Yeah, one in the bucket and then one on the right.
Okay.
Blue.
Yep. We could turn some lights on it. Oh, I know.
I don't make the rules.
I know.
Welcome to the diving. We have 4 divers here. From Hall first, Ben from Farmington second, Ryan from Hall third, and Isaac from Farmington fourth. Please, while the divers on the board, be quiet. No photography, comment. And please hold your applause for the scores and minutes. First dive, 302C, reverse 1 somersault top, 1.6. Scores are
4, 5, and 5 at Callan in his first dive. As we welcome you back to WHCI.
Men's first dive, 302C, reverse 1 somersault top, 1.6.
Three and a half and 4 other scores for Ben Leopold from Farmington in his first dive. This is the 1 meter diving event.
Score for 7 and 7, 5 and 1 half.
7 and 5 and 5 and 1 half. The scores on his first dive.
Isaac's first dive, 302C, reverse 1 somersault top, 1.6. His score is 6, 6 and 1 half, 4.
So 6, 6 and 1 half and 4 to Isaac Sardinas in his first dive.
Starting on 2, column 102B, forward, 1 somersault height, 1.5. Score is 5,
4 and 1 half and 5 and 1 half for the scores for Callan O'Neill in his second dive.
and the second dive, 101B, forward, height, 1.3. Score is 4, 5, 5 and 1 half.
4, 5, 5 and 1 half. Ben Leopold, Farmington High School.
Ryan second dive, 104B, forward, 2 somersaults height, 2.3. Score is 5 and 1 half, 5, 6 and 1 half.
5 and 1 half, 5, 6 and 1 half for Ryan Gady in his second dive.
Isaac's second dive, 103B, forward, 1 1/2 somersaults height, 1.7.
6 bingo for Isaac Sardinas.
Starting round 3, column 103C, forward, 1.5 somersaults, up, 2 point first, 1.6.
Four and 1/2 bingo for Ryan Gay, Colin O'Neill.
Dennis third dive, 103C, forward, 1.5 somersaults, up, 1.6. Score is
4 and 1/2, 5 and 4. The scores for Ben Leopold.
third dive, 1.5C, forward, 1.5 somersaults, up, 2.4.
Five, 3 and 1/2 and 5. And Ryan Gady on his third dive.
Isaac's third dive, 202A, back, 1 somersault straight, 1.7. The score is 6, 5 and 1/2, and 5 and 1/2.
6, 5 and 1/2 and 5 and 1/2 for Isaac Sardinas.
Starting on 4, column 401C, inward dive, up, 1.4. Score is 5, 4, 4 and 1/2.
5, 4 and 4 and 1/2. Colin O'Neill.
Men's fourth dive, 5211A, half dive, 1.5 twist, pipe, 1.7. Dive is 5211A, back dive, 1.5 twist straight, 1.7. Score is 4 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, and 4.
4 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2 and 4. The scores for Ben Leopold.
Brian's fourth dive, 5211A, back dive, 1.5 twist straight, 1.8. 5211A, back dive, 1.5 twist straight, 1.8. says that half was straight. Scores are 6, 7, 6, and 6 and 1/2.
7 and 6 and 1/2. The score for Ryan Gady. Yes, Ryan Gady from the Titans.
Isaac scored that for 1B, Henry that height 125. Scores are 6, 5, 1/2.
6-5, 5 and 1/2. The scores for Isaac Sardinas.
Starting round 5, Holland 2-0-A, back straight, 1.7. Scores are 4, 4.5, 1.5.
4, 4.5, 4 and 1/2. The scores for Callan O'Neill.
Then step down for C, Henry that top, 1.4. Scores are 6, 6, and 5.
6 on his last dive.
Brian step down for 3C, half, somersault, top, 2.0. Scores are
3.5, 3 and 1/2, and then 4 and 1/2 for Ryan Gady.
Isaac step down. Inward, 1 somersault, top, 1.6. Scores 5, 6, 5.
5, 6, and 5. The scores for Isaac.
Scores 3.5, 3, 4.
3 and 1/2, 3 and 4. The scores for Colin O'Neill on his 5th dive.
Scores are 3, 3, 3, 1/2.
3, 3.5 for Ben Lowe on his final dive.
Ryan's final dive for OVC, inward, 1/1/2 somersaults top, 2.2. Scores are 6, 7, 6.
6, 7, 6. The scores for Ryan Gilly on his final dive.
Isaac's final dive, 51.22D, forward, 1 somersault, 1 twist, free, 1.9. Scores are 5.5, 6 and 1/2, and 5 and 1/2.
5 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, and 5 and 1/2 for Isaac Sardinas from Farmington. And that'll do it for the 5th event, boys 1 meter diving. We'll get the scores momentarily. We'll be the first to know when we get them in. For now, we move on to event number 6, the boys 100-yard butterfly. That'll only be one heat. That and more coming up next. You're watching WHCI.
Okay, this is Scott. You can.
mile away from the tunnel. Yeah, TW, like a mile and a half out. And never again. No matter what city you're in, you know, it's like on the highway and it says like, yes. And you know what? And just put it back to the proper way. Yeah. No one talks about that except for the newscasters. Jet Stadium was insane.
Yeah, the
Jet
Jet
was 80% capacity.
And 90% were hit. They kept putting the same jet skis on the summertime because there was not enough of them.
And the
Like
jet,
we were surrounded by Patriots fans, so every time something happened, everybody was like high-fiving each other. And
it was like all like red and blue with specks of green, and we're just like looking around like, this is not how this is.
every time Drake did anything, the whole stadium was like, that's all you heard. So I'm like, this is not. No, but here's what I'm nervous. It's just, they leave one of those times, and it goes to home. So I'm very just focused. So I get very nervous. I'm the idiot that's like looking up the stats like what percentage of time is the person like I'm in there like that. So like no, I'm good.
You have put in your time. Two of you. You guys have paid your dues.
Yard butterfly. Vanesh Lapa from Farmington in lane 1. Lane 3, Ben Lepole from Farmington. And in lane 4, Yaron Kintorovic from Hall High School. In lane 5, Matthew Machidi from Farmington. And lane 6, Ryder Morin from Hall. And lane 7, Adam Peshko from Farmington. And finally in lane 8 is from Farmington High School, Vedant Atsul. Well, that's how these guys are lining up today. And as you see, right in the middle of your screen, Yaron Kintorovic and Matthew Machidi look to be neck and neck for the lead right now. You hear the teammates cheering them on. It's a narrow lead. He's creating a little bit of separation between him and second, but he will end up taking first. It's Yaron Kintorovic, his second win of the night. Takes it by a time of 54:02. Not far behind him, Machidi with a time of 56:40. And in third place from lane 3 with a time of 106:51, it's Ben Lepole from Farmington. So in the order of schools, it's Hall, Farmington, Farmington for the top 3, but it's Yaron Kintorovic out of Hall taking number 1 on the 100-yard butterfly. 54:02, the winning time again, and we move along. Now this will be a 2-heater. This is the 7th event of the night. It's the 100-yard freestyle. And the first heat will have all 9 lanes being occupied from Farmington High School. In lane number 1 is San Budabadi. In lane 2 from Hall High School, Zach Fay. In lane 3, Rocco Guglielmo from Farmington. From Hall, from lane 4, Max Volanek. In lane 5 from Farmington, Dylan Shea. Lane 6, Arseny Kravitz from Hall High School. That's lane 6. Lane 7, Samuel Burns from Farmington. Lane 8 from Hall, Josiah Rollins. And in lane 9, Vahan Mishra from Farmington. And right now, you see the middle of the pack of swimmers is in the lead right now. Top of your screen, lane 1. Bottom of your screen, lane 9. It's a narrow lead. Anybody's race for second. First place occupied by the 5th lane swimmer, Dylan Shea, and he'll take first easily. 51:41 his time. Not too far behind him are the other 3. Lane 3 comes in second with a time of 52:19. That'll be Rocco Guglielmo. In third place from lane 4, Max Volanek. And so it's Farmington Hall for the finish of the top 3 for this one. As we move on to Heat 2, this will also see all 9 lanes in use. It'll be Aryan Jane from Farmington in lane 1, Jackson Luxburg in lane 2 from Hall. Representing the Riverhawks, Akash Kamar in lane 3. Noah Neff for the Titans in lane 4. Prakar Vatsa in lane 5 for Farmington. Caleb Nguyen in lane 6 for Hall. Luka Kaczynski from lane 7 in Farmington. Danny Schmel and for Hall High School in lane 8. And Andrew Hasiak in lane 9 for the Riverhawks. Right now, lane 7 is in the lead. It's Luka Kaczynski. Not too far behind him, Noah Neff, a close second right now. Noah from Hall High School. But right now, it's Luka creating separation for himself. He's got distance between him and the rest of the swimmers. It's his race to lose at the moment. Luca in the middle of the pool now, but not too far behind our second and third. Second place right now, it's Noah Neff. And it looks like Ariane Jane in third is with a time of 1:08.19. It will be Luka Koksinski from Farmington taking first. Second goes to Noah Neff. He maintained that second place all through the end. 1:14.23 was his time. Third place goes to swimmer out of lane 1, Ariane Jane. 1:15.50 his time. Fourth place goes to lane 5, Prakar Vatsa from Farmington. With a time of 1:17.81. To round out the top 5, it's lane 8 with a time of 1:19.72. Andrew Hasiak from Farmington. So we move our way right along. This is the long one. The 500-yard freestyle event number 8. This will be a battle, a testament of who is going to maintain stamina and quickness. It's Eric Gregorian from Farmington in lane 1. Lane 3, Andrew Najaks from Farmington. Lane 4, Jack Ackerman representing the Titans. Lane 5, David Mashkov from the Riverhawks of Farmington. Lane 6, Noah Cruz from Hall High School. And lane 7 for the Farmington Riverhawks, it's Timur Tarasov. That's how these swimmers line up in these lanes. And right now, it's Jack Ackerman in first place. This is a real put your body to the test for these swimmers, especially at the high school level. This is the biggest race you'll see here. 500-yard freestyle. There is another one which has the length, but it doesn't deplete stamina or wear down on these young swimmers' bodies. It is the 400-yard. And the reason that one doesn't do as much is because it is a relay race. That'll be the last event in today's meet. On the relay, it helps because, obviously you'll have multiple swimmers. And you're not doing it all by yourself. But this one, this is all of them out there. And they'll have to push through. And whoever comes out on top should feel most proud. But all of these swimmers should feel very proud for being able to swim in this race. It's no easy feat, folks. It's not. An immense distance between these swimmers. Now you see lanes 1, 4, and 7 are all pretty close to each other at the moment. They're about neck and neck. It's interesting too because when they bounce off of the walls, that is where you get a lot of your boost as a swimmer. And the better off you are at that, and the better you will be in the long run at this race. It'll help you push through when you need it. Literally gives you that boost that you need. Of course, you see some of the swimmers at this level, they can get pretty far in the pool, but it's pretty extraordinary how some of these college swimmers, how far they can get. They can almost reach the center of a pool just from that little burst of a bouncing off the wall when they go and turn for their lap. I mean, that's really impressive stuff. And it all starts, obviously, here at this level. These is where you set your groundwork for the future of all their careers. And their way along. The home stretch in sight. Take a look at what we got ahead here. It'll be event 9 of 12. We're now into the second half of this meet. It'll be the 200-yard freestyle relay. Only one heat left for each event, actually. There will be no more multi-heat events in this swim meet. It'll be the 200-yard freestyle relay followed by the 100-yard backstroke. And then it'll be a 100-yard breaststroke. And to finish it off, the last event will be the 400-yard freestyle relay. There's the bell being run by a head official over towards the end of the pool, signaling that last lap is coming up here. And it is Jack Ackerman right now. There it is. Ackerman finishes first, 4:49.46 his time as the Titans pick up a big win here at this event. Well, Jack was ahead from the start, and he was able to maintain that lead all throughout. He finishes first place comfortably as the rest of the swimmers are starting to make their way. And it appears that lane 3, Andrew Najaks, will come in second, potentially. Right now, he's got the lead of the remaining swimmers. And everybody else still pushing through. Lane 5, 5:54.14. That is over a minute difference between first and second. Ackerman literally blows his opponents out of the water with his performance on that one. He was 10 seconds shy of a school record. 4:49 his time, the hall record 4:39. Second place goes to David Mashkov. Third place going to the lane 3 swimmer, Andrew Najaks. Those times 5:54.14 and 5:59.06. Fourth place goes to lane 7 with a time of 6:11.63. That's Timer Tarasov. And with a time of 6:26.52. In fifth place comes lane 1, Eric Gregorian. And finally, Noah Cruz in lane 6 making his way over here, but alas, it was Hall High School coming out on top of this one, as there he is, finishes with a time of 7:07.59. So again, folks, 4:49.46. Jack Ackerman from the Titans picking up the victory on this event. Again, over a minute difference between him and second place, 5:54.14. In lane 5, that was David Mashkov from Farmington High School. Great swimming from all these guys on that last event. It's a true testament to their hard work. As the 200-yard freestyle is event 9, and that's next up right now. This is a freestyle relay. Farmington High School, Videsh Golapa, Luka Kaczynski, Vahan Mishra, and San Budabadi. The 4 swimmers in lane 1, lane 2, Colin O'Neill, Josiah Rollins, Ryder Morton, and Arseny Kravitz. Those are the Titans' first lanes of swimmers. That's in lane 2. Lane 3, Farmington sending out Alex Mishkowski, Evan Lowe, Adam Pesco, Rocco Guglielmo. That's lane 3 for Farmington. And lane 4 for the Titans, Quinn O'Neill, Max Volanek, Ryan Cady, Jack Ackerman. Lane 5 for Farmington, Roque de Cristofaro, Ben Leopold, Samuel Burns, David Mashkov. In lane 6 for the Titans, Evan Riddle, Jackson Luxburg, Noah Neff, Noah Cruz. Lane 7 for the Riverhawks, Kynan Sun, Alex Milzarek, Prakar Vatsa, and Andrew Hasiak. And in lane 8 for the Riverhawks as well, Gabriel Eniamadu, Advik Rahor, Akash Kumar, and Ariana Jain. Those are the swimmers and the lanes that they reside in for this race. Again, this is the 200-yard freestyle relay. And keeping it a close contest now. I mean, they're all spread about the pool right now. They are in clusters. Immense distance between these groups of swimmers, but it is the folks from lane 4 out of Hall High School coming in first, a winning time of 1:36.77. Lane 5 with a time of 1:41.57 out of Farmington taking second place, and lane 3 from Farmington taking third, 1:46.76 their time. Lane 4, the relay group of Quinn O'Neill, Max Volanek, Ryan Gady, and Jack Ackerman win this one for the Titans. As the final lane, lane 8, is coming around to finish their race. Fourth place goes to lane 2 out of Hall High School, time of 1:57.39. Fifth place out of Farmington High School with a time of 2:01.89. Sixth place goes to lane 7, Farmington, time of 2:12.37. Seventh place goes to the 6th lane swimmers, 2:15.77. Those guys are out of Hall. And for Farmington in lane 8, coming 8th place, 2:42.96. That's the whole table. Again, it is that first cluster of Hall High School Titans. Come in first place, time of 1:36.77. They win it in event 9. Moving on to event 10, the 100-yard backstroke. This will be one heat. Marcus Bitton in lane 2 for the Titans. Ivan Turin for Farmington High School in lane 3. Zach Fay for Hall in lane 4. Shresht Brasej in lane 5 for Farmington, and Adam Milzarek in lane 7 for Farmington. So the Hall record is 50 seconds for this one. On the dot, that was set in 2023 by Carson Reisner. Class L cut was 1:05.59. They cheer on their teammates here. Cornerstone Aquatics. This is going to be an interesting finish. Tight race here. Zach Fay has a slight lead. He looks to hold it. Oh, but it's Shresht Rajesh from lane 5, 1 minute 30 milliseconds. He takes it. Fay almost just there. He ends up finishing third, 1:01.26. Second place, Ivan Turin, 1:00.93 his time. Fourth place goes to lane 2, 1:03.93, Marcus Bitton. And in the fifth place, lane 7, 1:12.99. That is Adam Milzarek from Farmington. Well, that was a tight finish there. Fay nearly had it. Almost was a come-from-behind victory. But Rajesh ends up taking that one for Farmington. We move on to the second to last event. This is the 100-yard breaststroke. Be Daniel Armano from Farmington in lane 1, Evan Riddle in lane 2 out of Hall. Roque de Cristofaro in lane 3 from Adam Peshko in lane 5 from Farmington. Danny Schmel in lane 6 from Hall. Aiden Ketsa from Farmington in lane 7. And Aranov Sony in lane 8 from Farmington. The Hall record was set in 2021 with a time of 59.94, set by Kobe Dominguez. Class L cut for this one is 1:10:49. And they're off. But right now it's lanes 1, 3, 5, and 7. Neck and neck. Here in a close race, but it is lane 5 right now at the top. It's Adam Peshko. This is a tight race between those two at the top. Adam Peshko and Roque De Cristofaro right now are the 1 and 2. And it will be those two in that order. First place, Peshko with a time of 1:08.19. De Cristofaro, second place, 1:08.94 his time. Third place out of lane 1 will be Daniel Armano, 1:16.83 his time. Fourth place goes to lane 7. Well, that'll be Aiden Ketsa, 1:17.21 his time. Lane 8 comes in 5th place, 1:23.04 the time for Aranov Sony. And 6th place comes lane 2, 1:34.45 for Evan Riddle. And finally, the last two will be lane 6 coming in 7th place at 1:44.45 for Danny Schmel. And Otto Andovani coming in 8th place. And it looks like his clock was glitching, so I can't exactly tell you his time. But he will be coming in 8th place. So we get ready. This is the last event. This will be the boys 400-yard freestyle relay, event number 12, folks. We've made it this far. So thank you for tuning in. As they're off, lane 1 is Farmington High School. Advik Rator, Jaden Jacobs, Vadesh Gulapa, and Vedant Adsul. Lane 2, Hall with Quinn O'Neill, Colin O'Neill, Ryder Morton, and Marcus Bitton. Lane 3, Farmington High School sending out Alex Machowski, Shrish Rajesh, Samuel Burns, and Rocco Guglielmo. Lane 4 belongs to Hall, Yaron Kantorovic, Max Volanek, Zach Fay, and Jack Ackerman. Lane 5 is Farmington, David Mashkov, Ivan Turin, Dylan Shea, and Matthew Machidi. Lane 7, Farmington with Timur Tarasov, Adam Milkozarek, Aiden Ketsa, and Andrew Najaks. And lane 8, Farmington as well, San Budabati, Jake Pino, Vihan Mishara, and Eric Gregorian. Well, that's who's swimming here in this one. Again, lanes 1 through 8, but it's lane 6 that's not in use here. As these swimmers get ready, this is it. This is a big one, 400-yard freestyle. This one not as bad as the 500-yard because this is the relay race. We mentioned this earlier. This is a little bit easier on these young athletes' bodies. They still need to conserve stamina, but they can worry a little bit less about that compared to speed in this race as they have teammates to tag in for them. As each swimmer putting in 100% right now. Good distance between these folks. It's anyone's game right now. These teams keeping it interesting, keeping it close up until the end here. The Hall record for this is 3 minutes, 14 seconds, 46 milliseconds set in 2025. A team of Ackerman, Kantorovic, Volanek, and Yuzu. Well, they'll look to beat the school record today, obviously, but you never know. Those three lanes keeping it close together. Those are lanes 4, 5, and 8. They're keeping it very close. And this one, as you hear the fans cheering on their athletes right now. They're finishing strong. That's what they're saying. They want everybody to finish strong, finish hard. Home stretch here for some of these guys. Sudden speed of burst. They're fighting hard in the middle of those waters right now. First place belongs to lane 5. Farmington High School, 3:31.61. Lane 2, not too far behind them. Excuse me, lane 4, that's second place, 3:32.27. From Hall High School. They were right there, just a second difference between those two guys. In lane 3 comes third place, 3:55.94 from Farmington High School. But I gotta tell you, those first few guys that finished, they were keeping it close. A sudden burst of energy at the end there gave them all a speed boost, but it was Farmington who picked up the W there in lane 5. Fourth place belongs to lane 2 out of Hall High School, time of 4:07.63. Fifth place belongs to lane 7 with a time of 4:19.66. That's Farmington High School. As we await the last two to finish right now, it'll be Farmington's 8th lane finishing there, 6th place, 4:40.45. And in lane 1, Farmington is also going to drop another finish there, 4:52.24. They finish in 7th. But it is Farmington's 5th lane with a time of 3:31.61. That takes it. David Mashkov, Ivan Turin, Dylan Shea, and Matthew Machidi who come in first in this one as we await the final scores. We'll get you the diving scores as well. There it is, final time for him. 7th place, 6:26.99 for lane 1. That's their finishing line, and now every racer has passed the finish line. Just an unbelievable effort from all these swimmers. This is tough. This is tough. This race especially, and all the other races and past, is not an easy feat for these swimmers. And kudos to all of them on both sides. As, again, we await the final scores. Riverhawks and Titans finish it up. They're 12 events through now. We'll get you the diving scores and we'll get you the final scores coming up next. You've been watching WHCI.
his adventures.
He should be back from his adventure. I think he just got back today.
What's that?
I think he just got back today.
Oh, did he? That is long.
Yep.
Back on WHCI, as you see the teams just shared their respect for each other as we're still awaiting the final scores. Coach McClure of the Titans will get that to us shortly. As you still want to watch Hall Athletics, we got a game tonight over at the rink across the street, 7:20. It'll be the Newington Nor'easters taking on the Hall Titans. You can watch that on WHCI. They got all your coverage for hockey over there. We'll be back shortly with the scores of today's meet. Back on WHCI, finally got the scores for your diving and your final scores. For diving, the boys 1 meter diving, Ryan Gady came in first place with a score of 202.60 out of Hall High School. Isaac Sardinas comes second with a score of 169.50 from Farmington. Colin O'Neill in third for the Titans with 126.40 being his score, and Ben Leopold in fourth with a score of 118.80. We get you the final score here. With a narrow victory, the Farmington Riverhawks defeat the Hall Titans 98-85. And this one, a close battle indeed for these guys, these young students and swimmers. We thank our entire crew, Jenna Westfall on camera, David Petrella also on camera today, and Jen Evans, the executive director. For all of us here, WHCI, has been Anthony Altamirano saying good night.